All right, then. So let's just tell the story. So the first thing I'll say is you cannot be afraid to pivot. If something is not working for you, there are many, many, many models out there. There are many ways of getting things done. There are many approaches. And so you never have to stay stuck in a model that is not serving you. And that's exactly why I decided to pivot from one-to-one coaching and creating my own library of digital products to a much simpler path at the age of 49. Now, in complete transparency, my journey has kind of been like a sandwich. I started my business as a complete newbie by licensing and reselling opportunities and digital offers that I didn't have to create. And that's really why I was able to get such a fast start, is because I did not have to figure things out. All I had to do was focus on the income producing activities. And if you're here watching this video because a pivot has been in order for you, the likelihood is you've been trying to do the most and you've been trying to figure out a lot of things that have actually kept you away from income producing activities. And so that's what I'm going to talk to you about today, is how making my pivot got me from a space of figuring things out, constantly starting from scratch and creating, and got me back into a way where my days are spent with income producing activities. Please make a special note of this. It's not necessarily the model, but it's what we've been taught to do within the models that often keep us from the income that we want to make. And a lot of times as women, we think that we've got to do the most. And oftentimes we're trying to activate our creativity muscle too much. And that's keeping us from the thing that actually makes us money. And so I got started with reselling, and one bad opportunity kind of sent me packing. And that's when I started coaching and creating my own digital offers. And I did that for about 5 years until I woke up one day and it just wasn't doing it for me anymore. Trading my time for dollars in that way and constantly trying to figure out what's that new product I'm going to create, what's the new launch strategy. And literally like just the game of launching was not for me. And I am not saying it's a bad business model. Like, it wasn't for me. And I think it's because I knew that there was a way that served me way better. And in full transparency, like, I am an opportunity girl. I have always enjoyed the idea of business opportunities and being able to jump into something that's already created. And all I have to do is just start offering it to other people. I love opportunity. I love monetizing my account. I love promotion. I love simplicity. And so when I knew it was time to pivot, I gave myself the green light, and then up popped a lady that was making the kind of money that I wanted to make. But it wasn't so much the money. It's that she was doing it in a way where it represented what I knew. I'm like, that's what I used to do. It felt like home. And so I decided to get started in what she was doing. And in a single weekend, I was able to go from one-to-one coaching and creating my own offers and having this crazy launch plan to having a brand new income stream and business ready to go. On that Monday, I got out there, I began sharing it with other people. And by Wednesday, I made my first sale, which got my investment back. And the first week I made $1,500. And then the full year to follow, I did $110,000. And again, it's not about the money. I know the stats tell us, the last time I checked, is that 90% of women in business are not earning six figures a year. And so while $110,000 a year is not breaking any records by far, I know for a fact there are so many women out there that are scrambling to get their businesses off the ground, or they're doing things that they think they have to do. And I know how that feels, because that's exactly how I got caught up in coaching and creating my own digital offers, is because when that one bad opportunity happened, I took it as like, this is my sign to do something that's maybe more legit. And I thought coaching and having my own offers and, having my own launch plans, and again, all of these things, like, I thought that's what was required to have a legitimate business. And I didn't realize it was really just one bad opportunity. And had I gone out there and maybe looked a little bit harder, I could have probably stayed in the lane that really did serve me by just simply finding something better that could actually suit me. And so going back to $110,000, my first year of pivoting, I share that, right? Not to like brag, because like I said, that's not breaking any kind of records whatsoever. But I know for a fact, out of the hundreds of women that I've been able to help, just the hundreds of people that I've been able to help just over the past like 2 years, and I've helped well over 1,600 people through the various things I've offered over the years. I know for a fact the struggle of building a six-figure business for a lot of women. And more often than not, it's because they're doing things that they have learned to do, or they thought they had to do, or someone sold them on, but they never really sat still for a moment and asked themselves, like, what would I really, really enjoy to do? What would I really enjoy doing? And I feel so blessed that when I first came online, like I fell into something that I really enjoyed doing. And that was enough to actually carry me through to a six-figure business. And I'm so thankful that when it was time to pivot from coaching, that I could be introduced to the same kind of model, just in a better way. And again, it just felt like home. And I've been able to help a lot of other people as well. Brand new people looking to start a business that don't want to figure it all out, as well as other women that were like ready to pivot as well, or people that had actually gone through the exact same thing that I had gone through in terms of bad opportunities or shiny object syndrome, and just really wanting to like hunker down. And I will tell you why this pivot also made so much sense to me is that for the 18 years that I've been online, I've always stood by teaching people like the business, right? Teaching people the skills, making sure people have the knowledge in terms of like what it takes to be successful online, and teaching what it is that I know. And so when I was in coaching, I created a lot of digital products and offers and mentorship containers and coaching containers that were all around that. And so when I happened to find this opportunity, that's exactly what it was teaching. But it wasn't just a course. It wasn't just buying a course so you could learn something. But in this instance, it was buying a course and buying information that also had a ready-made turnkey style business. Think franchise. So it's like I got to sell people the information and the knowledge and the skills that I know it takes to be successful online, while also giving them a ready-made opportunity, and while also like completely lightening my load. And so I just want to encourage you that if you are in a place in your business or in your life where like, a pivot is in order, and that might be what stood out to you in the title, you're feeling like a pivot is in order. Like you just have to decide to go for it. Of course, be mindful. Like you know where you are in life. You know what you can and you cannot do. But I found for myself, there was no tippy-toeing into it. I knew that I had to make the decision, and I knew once I made the decision to walk away from coaching and to walk away from that business model, like I knew that I was going to have to find something. And so I feel like the moment I made that decision, that is when my mind started to be way more open to other things that were around me, which is really good. Like when you're focused, like you should not see a lot of other things. Like your peripheral should not be working if you're focused, right? And that's how it was when I was doing my thing, right? Like I wasn't open to anything else. I was focused. I was dialed in. But then when I, allowed my peripheral to be open, right, and I knew that I wanted to make a pivot, it's like I began to be a lot more aware of what was going on and what was around me. And that's what allowed me to actually find that woman that was making money in the kind of way that I wanted to make it. And it made me open to looking into her opportunity and deciding to get started. And I will tell you, hand on heart, it was absolutely the best thing that I did for myself. And it's kind of like unselfishly as well, because first off, I did it for myself. I had to put my own life vest on first. I had to do what, was the best financial thing for me and for my family. But then because I did the right thing, right, I brought a different energy and a different level of excitement into my business. And that allowed me to attract a lot of other people, as well as help a lot of other people that wanted, a simpler way of going about building their business. So I will share with you the 3 steps that you follow, right? If you want to do what it is that I do, if you like the idea of a franchise-like business, you like the idea of having access to all the information that you need to actually learn how to run a business successfully online and how to monetize your space online, whether it be YouTube or Instagram or any platform, right? Like how to fully monetize your experience online, how to maybe go from just scrolling and wasting your time online to actually monetizing the time that you spend online. And you love the idea of being able to have a ready-made business where if you want, you can have it set up in a single weekend, just like I did, and get out there, on Monday or on Tuesday and actually begin doing your thing. The thing that I love about this business model so much is that when I compare it to coaching and creating my own digital products, I spent so much time in creation mode. I cannot tell you not just the library of products that I created, but how many ideas that I had that I spent time creating that I never even launched. There were so many times where I'm like, Steph, what are you doing? Like you're spending so much time creating these products, right? But then you're not putting the energy behind them to actually launch them. Therefore, you're not making money. And so what I love about like this model is there's not one day that goes by where I'm sitting here like, what do I need to create? Like I don't go into creation mode. Everything about my day is all about income producing activities, right? Doing the videos, sending the email, doing something that gets me in front of other people, right? And that gives me the opportunity to make sales. Like that's how simple this actually gets to be. Again, I don't think coaching is bad. I don't think creating your own digital products is bad. But I know that I'm here to take a stand, right, for what I knew felt right for me. And I know that if I needed the help and the green light to make my pivot. I want to be that same help. I want to be that same permission slip. I want to be that same green light for another woman that might be out there, like knowing that it's time to pivot, but not knowing if you could or if you should or if it's the proper thing to do, right? Again, depending upon who you've been listening to, what you've subscribed to, right? What your beliefs are around having a legit business. I just want to let you know that you don't have to be the owner or the creator of what it is that you sell. You definitely do want to make sure that you have proper infrastructures in place to protect your business. And that's why I love what is offered within this turnkey business. And I will walk you through the same steps, but I'm fired up to share this with you. What made this an even better opportunity is when I initially invested into that course that gave me the license to resell it, about a year after that, a year and a half after that, I had the opportunity to actually make it better. And so I added more modules and more lessons to it to make it way more beginner friendly and to make it way easier for people to come in and literally be able to get set up in a single weekend if they want to. Again, you have to have the desire to want to go fast, but all the steps, all the support, all the instructions, all of the resources, all the guidance, everything is there to help you learn the business very, very quickly, to help you get the business set up very, very quickly, and to show you how to go out there and to begin monetizing your space on these interwebs, whether it's YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, building your email list. Like, we show you in the most simplified way how to monetize your space on the web. How did I know how to do that? Because the exact steps and the exact mindset and the thought process that I went through when I was brand new online that allowed me to make 28 sales in my first 30 days and to really build a big business in my first few months, I taught that in this actual system so that people can get started fast without thinking they have to know all things digital marketing in order to get out there and start making their first dollars. And so following this training, again, you can learn fast, get set up fast, and within a single weekend, you can be out there taking those money making or those income producing steps, and you can begin positioning yourself to make money. It just depends upon what it is that you want. So the 3 steps to follow is, number 1, simply decide that, you know what, this sounds good. This is what I want to do. And that's exactly what I did. When I saw that lady, I said, this resonates with me. Like, this makes so much sense. I want to do this. I saw myself in what she was doing because that was the way I had always made money online before, was just simply creating content and allowing my content to produce sales for me, right? Like, that's how I had my very first 6-figure year, was just doing videos and then selling a $1,000 opportunity on the back of those videos. And in that year, I made $108,000. So I'm telling you, like, this works. All right. So step number 1, decide that, like, this resonates with you and you want to get started. All right. Again, think franchise. You're investing into a franchise type system. The investment, $599 one time. Step number 2, you're then going to dive in and you're going to do 2 things. You're going to begin to learn the business and you're going to begin to get your business set up. The 2 of those work hand in hand. So there's really no time where you're just sitting back and watching a bunch of videos, because as you're watching, you're actually doing. Right? So you're learning and you're getting your business set up at the same time. Everything is included within the system for you to learn and to also get set up. All right. Step number 3, you're then going to start monetizing. You're then going to start those income producing activities. You're then going to start posting for your life. You're going to pick a platform and you're going to start creating content on that platform. And again, inside of our training, it's called Reseller's Goldmine. You're going to learn exactly how to pick a platform. You're going to learn exactly how to activate a daily method for yourself. And you're going to learn how to start posting and positioning yourself to get paid. And every single time someone comes along and they want to do what it is that you are doing and they buy from your link that you set up through our training, you're going to earn $599. Why? Because you have a license, and that license gives you the opportunity to earn 100% profits. It's not an affiliate link. You're not waiting to get paid. The moment someone decides that they want to do what it is that you are doing and they go to your system and they purchase, that $599 slides instantly and directly into your bank account. It is beautiful. So if you do want to learn more about this, if you are like, I am so ready to pivot, again, we're not speaking negatively about the other business models that are out there, but if you have tried things and they just don't feel like home to you, like, you don't have to be stuck in any kind of business model because that's the first thing that was sold to you. If you tried it and you're like, just something about this is just not jive with me, it's not what I want to do, right? And you know that you're open for something else and this sounds good to you, click my link down below in the description, myturnkeybusiness.com. You'll see everything that's included with this. You'll see how simple it is to get started. You'll see some really, really dope comments and messages that other people have left about how amazing this system is. And you can get started. And as soon as you get started, you'll have immediate access to everything, so you can dive in immediately. So if you have been looking for a pivot, I hope that this video leaves you better and leaves you well. I look forward to seeing you in my next video, and I hope to see you inside of the system. Bye-bye.